I appreciate it, man. I appreciate it. Yeah, I don't have a bank account right now, man. But I appreciate the attempt to donate. Yeah, I appreciate it. So, yeah, a lot of guys don't understand, man. If they don't get that money, if they don't get that bag, they're gonna be forever alone, bro. And it's sad. Let these guys, stack all these goddamn years on top of each other. You feel me? And you're like, man, you could have got out of that situation. You could have got out of that situation, bro. You know what I'm saying? Mr. 27 years is a prime example of what I'm talking about. You feel what I'm saying? He's a prime example of what I'm talking about. You just let them years go by. You know what I'm saying? You out here suffering for eternity, though. We ain't talking about just 5 or 6 years. You're gonna suffer for like the next, how long are you gonna live, man? You know what, bro? I choose chasing the bag because I know eventually my luck gonna turn around and the bag gonna be in my hands. You feel what I'm saying? I know eventually the bag gonna be mine, and I'm gonna be out of this situation, and I won't be here struggling to get a girl for a long period of time, man. I mean, damn, bro. It's been about how many years now? You know? You know how many years I've been out here like this? I've been out here for a minute like this, bro. Now, I got some prospects, females that like me and stuff, but I'm talking about a actual girlfriend. So I remember when I was dating, man, I was having a hard time of my life. I was having a hard time of my life. You feel me? And I said, damn, I'm gonna be Butterfingers for the rest of my life. I'm gonna be Butterfingers for the rest of my life. This female just kept slipping through my fingers like butter, man. all the ghosting that was going on. You know what I'm saying? You know, I said, man, let me get out of the dating scene real quick. Let me get some money into the bank. You know, and let's get this show on the road. You're like, God damn it, keep on slipping through my fingers like butter. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to live like that for the rest of your life, man. I'm telling you, my dad died without getting rich because he didn't desire to get rich. It wasn't in his heart to get rich. My mother died, you know what I'm saying? She died poor because she didn't have no desire to be rich. I have a desire to be rich. And I have always been that way since I was like a little kid, man. There's been a hunger there, you know, feel me? To get rich. Even when I was like in my 20s doing music, my desire, my main focus was to get rich off my music. That's why I bought all that music equipment, $5,000 worth, to attempt to get rich and live well. Okay? But a distraction took that shit away from me. Basically a relationship. You know. That's what took that away from me, bro. A straight up distraction. You feel me? So now I'm on the money chase. I got no distractions. And I'm not trying to get distracted. Even though Indian girl, she's very tempting. You know, she's tempting like a motherfucker. She got some nice long legs though, I tell you that. You know what I'm saying? You know, she's really thin. She's like a Barbie doll almost. You feel what I'm saying? But I have always had that desire, man, to be rich, man, and I always had big dreams. Even when I was doing music, bro, I had dreams of like selling out stadiums. You know, my music is hot. You know, so I got a hot artist. You know what I'm saying? That's out there selling millions and millions of records. That's what we used to call it, records back in the day. You know, or millions of tracks. You know what I'm saying? I had big dreams to do it all, man, to do it big. You know, but the distraction came my way, and that dream just got destroyed. That's why I'm trying to stay away from females right now. Until I get that bag, it's hard. You know, when the coochie's right there in front of you, and you just sniffing it and you smelling it, it's all in your face. You're tiptoeing around it. You know, you're like, just please just let me get one sniff. Let me get a sniff of coochie. Let me get a sniff. And get close to it and smell it. It's right there. Can't touch it, but it's right there in front of me. You feel what I'm saying? So you gotta understand, bro. Like a lot of guys, they're gonna be suffering forever, man, if they don't get that money, bro. Like Mr. 27 years, he was waiting for that guy in the sky to come out and save him, bro. You know what I'm saying? He was waiting for that guy in the sky to come out to save him, and it didn't work. You know what I'm saying? He's waiting on the wrong dude, man. Depending on that God in the sky that probably don't exist, man. He waited forever, man. He waited forever, and 27 years later, he's still single. I'm like, damn, what happened to your God, bro? He was supposed to come and save your ass from that situation. If God love you, man, he's supposed to come around and say, man, my homeboy, what's his name? He ain't got no woman. He been single for like 10 years. Let me come around and bless him with a woman real quick. You know, that's gonna help him out. No, that did not work. As highly competitive as it is now, your God in that sky, he's no match for the dating app, bro. I said this a while back. You know, he's no match for the dating apps. And them dating apps is what's really killing the fucking dating scene out here. You feel what I'm saying? It was okay until the dating apps got popular. You know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers had girlfriends and dating was good, man. Relationships were lasting longer. Marriages were lasting longer. And as soon as them dating apps showed up, all that shit start going to hell, bro. You know what I'm saying? All that shit started to go to hell. I'm gonna go over here and get me a rock star or something, man. Hydrate a little bit, you know? You feel what I'm saying? So, man, you gotta understand that it's every man for himself out here in this piece. You feel me? You don't get that bag, it's gonna be curtains for your love life, your sex life, everything. Like that's all, folks. Curtains, like on Looney Tunes. That's it, man. You know, the Porky Pig. I mean, that's all, folks. Done. Let me tell you, that guy, what's his name? That guy Larry Wheels. He knew he wasn't the best looking dude in the world, bro. That's why he got off his ass and became a bodybuilder. Start pumping in steroids. I mean, he was so, look, he was so desperate that he was willing to give up his fertility just so he could get a woman by his side. And now he can't have children for all the years of steroid use. You know what I'm saying? I think he lying though. I think he doesn't want to have children with her because I don't know, he was maybe trying to protect his money or something like that. You know, you put that carrot in front of them, they'll keep on running after it. That's how you do it. You give them the carrot, they stop running. And they become lazy. I think he don't want to get off the juice. That's what it is. Boss man. Back again. Talking to these fools, some of these fools are straight up incel. I'm like, bro, if you don't get that money, you don't get that bag, you're gonna be alone for the rest of your life. Yeah. Some dudes, they gotta get money to attract women.
For real.
You feel what I'm saying? They gotta get that bread to attract women.
Oh, be like that.
Like me, I can get women without money and stuff, but there's some dudes, they sub-5, they below average looking. I said, man, you gotta get money or you're gonna be single for the rest of your life. Yeah. There was this one guy who came to my channel, he was like, I've been single for 27 years. And I looked at the picture, I was like, God damn, this nigga. Yeah. I said, you didn't get that bag though? Like, damn, and within that 27-year period, you could have had it. You could have had something. You know, I'd rather have a bunch of gold diggers around me than have no women at all.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? At least yeah, coochie's cool. For sure, man. Have a good day. Yeah. What am I doing? I'm supposed to be fasting. Whatever. You think that's terrible to sell his body to become strong and then have attention by women? Also agree with it and always dislike steroids. Yeah, he had to do what he had to do because probably at one point in his life he was having a hard time getting a woman. And he sacrificed that fertility just so he could be with a female so he could have a good life. And now he can't really have children, which sucks. Hey, at least he got a good life. Okay, that's enough, man. That's enough rock star. I just wanted a little taste of that. I didn't want the whole entire can. You know what I'm saying? I didn't want the whole entire can. And it sucks to be alone, guys. I know I feel it at nighttime. I feel it in the daytime. Just being by yourself. You don't got no woman to hold. You know, you ain't got no kisses, no hugs. It can really get lonely, man, at times, you know? I understand how you feel. You feel what I'm saying? You know, that's what you gotta do, man, in your life. It's all about survival. You feel me? It's all about survival, and it's all about the survival of your genetics. If you don't get that bag, man, it's not going to be a pretty scene for you down the stretch. And not every single like dude who's struggling in the date market, not every single guy is gonna come through or go through, or not every single guy is gonna get the bag. Some will be left out. But you can't be the one that got left out. You feel what I'm saying? Don't be the one that got left out. Don't be that guy. You feel what I'm saying? Don't be that man. Don't be that guy. Don't be that male. And some of these guys, these black pillars, they talk about it. You know, they talk about the loneliness, and they talk about not being able to get a woman, and they say it's over for them, and they're not gonna try anymore. They're not gonna give up. I mean, they're gonna give up and just stay at home with their moms and their dads. We got some of these black people still living with their moms and dads in their 30s. That's part of the problem right there. You know what I'm saying? It's like, dude, I know my problem. My problem is that I'm on the streets and I'm trying to get the money right. That's my problem. You feel me? You know, I'm trying to get the money right. I'm trying to get the bread right. That's my problem. My problem is getting distracted too. Like, I hella want to have sex with that Indian woman, bro. But I'm just so focused on this bag. I ain't got time for sex. That's how bad it is out here. But I did step to her a little bit last night and let her know that I like her. I told her I missed her because she hasn't been around. Boy, that opened up a can of worms right there. That opened up a can of worms. You know. But you'll never ever be able to have a good life, man, if you don't get out there and sacrifice your time, sacrifice them video games you be playing. So you can have a bag. I'm telling you. You know? It ain't gonna get better for you. It's gonna get worse. You feel what I'm saying? It ain't gonna get no better. Messing around with that cheddar. It's gonna get worse out here in these streets. You feel me? You know? You know? So you want to be left out? You an incel? You sub 5? Huh? I'm saying, I understand what it is to be a sub 5 male, so you can't say, man, you don't understand my problems. You know, yes, I fucking do. To be invisible to women, I understand that, man. Because I was invisible to women for like a year or so. I was overweight for a whole entire year. I was sub 5, overweight. I lost when I started using the steroids, I lost 30 pounds, man. Damn, that's a lot of pounds, man. I was 30 pounds overweight. No wonder females wasn't checking for me, bro. I was fat as fuck. I had fat all over my face. You feel what I'm saying? I had fat on my chin, fat on my neck. Okay? It was just like I was a freak of nature at one point. I couldn't even get a date. I felt like life was hopeless, man. I felt hopeless. I was like, man, what the fuck is going on? I can't get a date in this piece. I can't get a woman. You know. And it's not supposed to be like that. I think all men should have a woman, but not every single man gonna procreate. And I think it has something to do with the creator or the powers that be, or the Mother Nature the way it's keeping the population in control. Because when you think about it, if everybody was top tier, there'll be a lot more babies happening. You know what I'm saying? But since not every single man or woman is top tier, not every single person on this earth is gonna have a family, man. That's just the way it is. And the weak will perish, man. You heard what I'm saying?
Wait.
You know, the weak will perish.
Wait.
And the strong will survive, man. You are weak, you will perish. A lot of guys, they don't have the will or the courage or the drive to chase the bag like me, man. But you understand, I've been wanting to be rich. Like, some of you guys, it's not in your desire, in your heart to be rich. I can understand that. But ever since I was a little kid, brothers and sisters, I had a desire to be rich. And when I was in my 20s, I tried to be rich. But I got distracted by a woman, bro, that tore all my fucking dreams down, okay? I had big dreams. I was trying to get the bag in my 20s. Man, I bought everything to record songs with, bro. I had the whole entire thing. I sacrificed so much of my time and effort just so I could get music equipment. I sacrificed going out. Man, I was eating out of a rice cooker, bro. Like, I was boiling, you could boil hot dogs in that motherfucker. I was at home living off of pasta, top ramen, of course, pasta and meatballs and stuff like that. I buy meatballs from the store. I put in my little rice cooker, put some water in that motherfucker, bro. You get instant. Of course, I had pasta in there. You get instant spaghetti and meatballs, bro. You know what I'm saying? And I wanted it so bad. I wanted it more than sex. I wasn't even having sex when I was saving up for my music equipment. I wasn't going out. I wasn't going out on dates, but I wanted that music thing to happen so bad. I dreamed so big, bro. I wanted to get the bag in my 20s. But a woman distracted me, man. So I couldn't get distracted this time around, man. I seen what happened. Man, I had dreams of owning Ferraris, houses. Like, me and my girlfriend at the time, we used to go house window shopping and shit. We used to go to some of the newly modeled homes built over there in that area. They were building new model homes, bro. We went to go look at them. And I used to walk inside those good model homes and be like, yeah, when I get a few hits, I'm gonna be buying, you know, I'm gonna buy this house here, you know. That's how I was when I was younger. I was dreaming. You know what I'm saying? I was dreaming big. But I let the distractions destroy that dream, man. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not gonna let any distractions destroy my dream now. You feel what I'm saying? You know, I can't let no distractions distract me. I'm good. You gotta believe in yourself, man. You know, you gotta believe that if you don't, as long as you don't get distracted, you can make anything happen. You know what I'm saying? You can make anything happen as long as you don't get distracted. As long as you stay on your grind all the time and keep pushing forward, you can make the dream come true. It's just the laziness that a lot of guys got to get over, man. And then the hunger and the drive that's not installed inside of them. I think it's by design because, you know, Mother Nature didn't want every single man to procreate. If every single man procreated on this earth, bro, we'll have a whole lot more people right now on earth, bro. You know what I'm saying? The weak is supposed to, the weak is supposed not to procreate. It's supposed to not procreate. You heard what I'm saying? That's the correct way to say it. You know what I'm saying? Not every single man gonna have a family. Some will be left out. Some will be doomed to play video games and cope for the rest of their life. Some dudes will be bird watching for the rest of their life. Some dudes will be old and long, man. That's it. There's plenty of old and long guys out here. There's a handful out here, man. Feel what I'm saying? I don't believe in myself. I only believe in Jesus Christ because who can defeat me if God is on my side? Well, let me tell you something. What's the name? Borlocks. Let me say something. If they wanted to lock you up for a quarter century, God couldn't help you then, man. If you broke the law in a way where they're gonna lock you up for 25 years, God can't save you then. So guess who can defeat you? The law can. Them motherfuckers, they can defeat you. You know, a lot of motherfuckers got locked up into prison and they threw away the key. And they're not letting them out because of the heinous crime that they committed. You feel what I'm saying? So if they was gonna lock you up for a quarter century, you ain't getting out, no matter how much you pray, my brother. You feel what I'm saying? So that God stuff, the Jesus Christ and stuff, it's not relevant in the real world, bro. Jesus is not reigning over anything here on earth, man. We got governments for that. The governments are reigning over us, man, bringing taxes up, bringing the cost of living up, even making it hard for us in the dating market. You see, if your God was so loving, he would have sent you a woman a long time ago, and he wouldn't have you be alone. But since he doesn't exist, and I always say that God don't exist because people, they think that he really exists when they read Bibles and scriptures and shit like that. But you gotta ask some questions. How long has the Bible been written? How long ago? 1,500 to 2,000 years ago. Okay. How old is humanity? 350,000 years old. Probably a little bit more than that. But it's 300 and some thousand years old. So when you think about it, we were around way before the Bible. Okay, so what did we do before then? Before the Bible was written? You know what I'm saying? It's like, come on, man, really? He don't exist. You haven't seen him, though, or, you know, if you think about it, bro, in our world, and I was telling this to a bunch of Bible believers and God believers, in our world, invisible don't exist. Like making yourself invisible to the naked eye in our world down here as human beings, it don't exist. Now you're talking about a guy that's up in the clouds, invisible. to the naked eye, doesn't come out to speak to nobody like he did in the Bible. I mean, in the Bible, he was coming out speaking to everybody. I mean, you want to take it there to religion, I could take it there, man. You know, God don't exist. I mean, damn. Slavery went for 300 years, man. And there were wars breaking out, World War I, World War II. Everybody was killing each other on earth, bombing each other. I mean, damn, bro. Where was the God then, bro? Nowhere to be found. So he don't exist, bro. Anything that cannot be seen or heard, it don't exist. You feel what I'm saying? Invisible, we don't have that type of technology, or nobody can cloak themselves. In our world, it doesn't exist. But in the Bible, it exists, okay? That's why I say, get the bag. Stop waiting on the God that's invisible to come and save you. Because Mr. 27 years, who was single for 27 years, he also believed in God, but God didn't come and save him. God didn't come and give him a woman, bro. So no, you got to depend on yourself to get that bag, bro. No, depend on yourself and believe in yourself to get that bag. Because God's not going to come and give it to you if he does it this. He's not going to come and give it to you. You got to go out there. You got to earn that shit. A lot of the times, these world titles, you know, these boxers and baseball players, a lot of them didn't pray to God to win a championship, man. They got out there and they hustled, running up and down the field all day long, practicing. You know what I'm saying? That was their hard work and dedication that got their, it was their hard work and dedication that got them to where they at. And with no prayer involved or nothing like that, it was all them. Michael Jordan, one of the best basketball players on planet Earth. You know what I'm saying? Back in his time, he was unstoppable. Why? Because of his work ethic, bro. All that praying stuff and trying to make problems go away, praying to make poverty go away, that's not gonna work. I've been on here for 45 years. Let me tell you something. I've been out here for 45 years. And praying has never got me out of poverty. I gotta go. You guys have a good day. I'm out. I gotta fly my son. I'm out. Peace.